Good morning, VC. It's the Zonkman coming at you again. Been on a big hiatus. Apologize to anybody for not making a video. I guess it's been a while. I never don't take the time to appreciate everybody who does watch. So, thank you. I don't know, haven't done a video. So why am I doing a video now? This is a contest entry for Dylan at Noble Records. And this is like the deadline. I think he said February 16th. Hopefully he said like midnight or something like that. But we'll see anyway. I'm doing the video anyway. I'm going to upload it anyway. And Dylan, to you, thank you for having this contest. This is a 7,000 subscriber contest for Dylan at Noble Records. Of course, he's down in Charlotte area, Matthews, North Carolina. I am also in the North Carolina area. Just to, you've probably met a lot of people, and you've probably met a lot of people that come to your store from the VC. I have not made it yet down to the store, but I did show up at your last pop up before you opened up the store last year, and got to meet you, and that was cool. I don't know, I don't expect you to remember me or whatever, but I'm still planning on uh, coming to the store sometime this year. Hopefully earlier, sooner than later. I know a lot of people are like, if I was only an hour and a half away, I'd be going to Dylan's store a whole lot more than the Zonkman has. So I have no excuse other than I just need to make a day and come down to Charlotte. Okay, the contest for Dylan, 7,000 subscribers. So I do have a cheat sheet here. First is 7 questions. It's all varying. And the first question, best finds 1 to 3, and it's all just throw stuff out there. There's a whole lot of no specifics here with the Zonk Man. Um, Dangerous Toys. This is a self-titled debut album from 1989. I did get this at my local record store. Anything late 80s, early 90s, it's harder to find. I like all the, whatever you want to call the rock, hard rock uh, stuff from that era before the grunge. So this was good stuff to listen to in school. Stoked to find it. You don't always see this one. It's not incredibly rare or anything, but this is a cool find. I do have kind of a humble collection still, so it might not have a whole lot of great finds yet, but I am going to show a couple more. This one, Jamie Brockett, Remember the Wind and the Rain. Now, this you're probably saying that's not that expensive of a record, that's not that rare of a record. But what is the big deal behind it? I was stoked when I found this because this song has Legend of the USS Titanic on it. And I have talked about in the past how my uncle helped kind of, you know, groom some of my music tastes or whatever, but anything from all of the great rock, classic rock and stuff from the late 60s and early 70s. And actually, he made this mixtape of all this Beatles, Doors, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, all that stuff. And it had this song on it as well. And of course, this is not exact. This is more like folk, uh, and it is a long song, and actually stems from a older Leadbelly song that he talked about the USS Titanic, and of course he makes it this long version and then adds a bunch of lyrics and stuff to extend it. But another reason this was a big deal too is it's like, hey, your uncle had that record. Your uncle just gave you a whole bunch of records. Don't you think that eventually you would get this record? No, because my brother has already gotten this record from my uncle's collection. So I knew it was not in there anymore. So to get this, and I don't know if this shows very well, VG Plus for $2. Can't beat that. That was a great find. I'll show one more. At a record show here in Clemens, North Carolina. I don't remember. I want to say this was in 2019, early 2019. Pearl Jam Vitology, and this is original record. Stoked to find this. Was a little bit more expensive. Did have to haggle with the guy. Come to find out, it is a record store owner here in Greensboro, North Carolina, and he was new to opening, so he was still doing record shows and stuff. But I've probably only been to his store once, so so Greensboro's close, and I've only been to the guy's store once. So don't feel bad, Dylan. I will make it to Nova Records more than I make it to this guy's store. But anyway, this is real cool. I'm a huge Pearl Jam fan, so to get an original copy of Vitology was cool. Um, so that's best finds. All right, what's some of the other stuff? Best song ever written. And of course, Dylan said that he put this just to start controversy or whatever. Know that it's totally biased on whatever anybody says, and how hard is it to really say. So, I've got no rhyme or reason. I'm just throwing out there What a Wonderful World, Louis Armstrong. Um, what a wonderful world. That's what the song's about, man. If you think that the world is a horrible place, then that's what you're going to think. But if you think that this is a wonderful world, then it is going to be a wonderful world for you. So that's my little best song ever written. What a Wonderful World. And it was written by, I don't even remember the guy's name, Bob Thiel or something like that. Uh, and the composer was George David Weiss or something like that. But anyway, they supposedly wrote the song for Louis Armstrong, and that, of course, was released in 1967. The Summer of Love, even before the Zonkman was around. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. How do you keep track of your record collection? Here it is. It doesn't go anywhere unless I move it. So that's pretty much it. That's how I keep track of it. But more specifically, just like everybody else, or most people anyway, yes, I've got my stuff logged into Discogs, and I can access it on the computer, on my phone, on the tablet, whatever I choose. And it was recommended actually by the local record store owner that I go to here quite frequently, because I wasn't really kind of into the Discogs thing. He said, if nothing else, use it as a tool for you to keep up with your records. So if you're at the record store, you don't buy doubles. I was like, so okay. So I started doing it, and actually learned a lot about pressings and reading dead wax and crazy stuff like that. Good old Discogs. One record you would never sell. That was pretty easy for me to come up with. This is Vast Visual Audio Sensory Theater. This is a record that is actually not even mine, so I better not sell it because I got it for my wife for an anniversary. Our song is on here, Touched. This is a 1998 album, and this was a reissue from 2011. And I've shown this record before. This is an awesome record. Enjoy this record, of course, even beyond it being um, mine and Mrs. Zonkman's song. Let's see, what else are we doing here? Favorite documentary? I'm a huge Doors fan, so I'm just going to throw that. This was easy. When you're strange, a film about the Doors. This is a DVD. I have no idea where the case is. I keep track of my records and other uh, physical media music better than this. But anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. When You're Strange, The Doors, most people have probably seen that. So it's not like this rare or real involved documentary or anything. Okay, we need to get going here. Dylan has a ton of videos to watch, and I am throwing it here out last minute. Favorite record as a gift. And that was pretty easy also. That's the Sword, Low Country. My finger's over it there. This record was given to me by my wife because I did not want to spend the money on it. I thought it was too expensive. So I did kind of tell her, hey, it's at the record store. We don't need to spend that much on a record. That's right, I'm awesome. Yeah, my wife is awesome. Uh, I've even got the card. This was a 2017 Record Store Day release, and I was not collecting records then. It's this cool blue marble. Um, I even kept the card. There's the card that she gave me. And it was actually for no specific, no birthday, no Christmas, no anniversary. It was just, here, you deserve this for being you. So that was awesome. Even the record store owner was like, man, your wife came in and got that record for you. That's awesome that your wife helps support and enable you on your crazy record collecting. Yeah. All right, let's wind this thing down. Listening ritual. Uh, you know, in the car, I'll shove CDs in the car. Going down the road, I like to listen to my music instead of the radio if possible. But as far as sitting here, I'll sit down in the love seat, you know, put records on, clean records, log into Discogs, just chill. That's pretty much my ritual. Nothing crazy out of the ordinary, just I will listen to music tenfold above watching TV. And really the only TV I watch is YouTube these days, and I need to get back on that. So I guess I've been listening to too many records. All right, so I've already went a little bit longer than I wanted to. Dylan, thanks again for having this contest. I was not doing videos when you did your contest last year at 750 subs. So for you to go to over 7,000 in a year or less than a year, whatever it was, that is awesome. And thank you. Hopefully this video makes the deadline. And yeah, I almost didn't make it. Almost didn't do a video. All right, thanks again, and we'll see you later.